San Diego kertvárosában vagyunk, valahol.
Keressük Marcoszt.
Marcoszt keressük, aki egy lowrideres. Az Impala Car Club elnöke. Ott van, itt.
Nézd azt a garást, nézd azt a garást.
Pittyúnek a szeme rajta van.
Oda néz.
Ott van.
Ugye felhajt.
Figyeld, mit terített oda.
Impalaz.
Beszarok.
Beszarsz.
Átadnám a szót.
Átadhatod a szót.
Üdvözöllek az országomban, az én házam a ti házatok is. Gyertek be cimbolát!
Come on in.
Az elejét lassan és finoman. Így van, hazaértél.
Amikor egyik sztori hozza magából a másikat, az a legcsodálatosabb az egészben, mert hogy Rabbit itt dolgozik, és meghívott minket magához, hogy nézzük meg, hogy mit csinál ő, és miken melózik, meg hogyan. Csodálatos!
Hey! Good afternoon. How are you guys? How you doing, hermano?
Good.
How are you? Garcia? Good. Welcome, you guys. So welcome to the City of San Diego Fire Department Repair Facility. My name's Rabbit, and I'm one of the mechanics here. We work on a little bit of everything. We have one KME, and the rest of our fleet is all Pierce from
Fire trucks and fire engines.
Trucks and fire engines. We have a couple of bomb squads and a little bit of everything here.
Couple of bomb squads.
Well, we have this bomb squad that has all the electronics, the robots, and all that specialty stuff in case there's a bomb or something.
Can we see that?
We'll see if they'll let us open it, because I don't know, because it's kind of private. You know,
Okay.
that one we have to get the key out, lock everything up, because they have a lot of specialty equipment. But we'll take a look. Where's your camera guy at?
Here it is. Oh, there's the robot there.
Here's a,
No way.
yeah,
That's an expensive thing.
yeah, that's your robot right there. So, you know, the guy,
It just
whoever-
rolls out like
Yeah,
this.
he rolls out, and they bring him out, and you know they have controls for remote control, so he can go to wherever the bomb is at, and either put it in the bag. put it-
How many times did they get to action?
I
You don't know.
I don't know. You know, a lot of stuff that happens in a lot of countries and a lot of places, they keep it quiet because they don't want to scare the public. You know.
I don't want to do that job.
Yeah. So.
Oh man.
You know, so they have, so this guy controls it, left, right, you know, they have you can see the hand up
Yeah,
there
the
that
arm,
opens
yeah.
up and stuff, so, you know, their tracks and all that, it doesn't get stuck anywhere. So, pretty cool, huh?
És ugye az van, hogy ezek itt tényleg nem dísztek vannak, de ezeket szokták használni. Sok helyen van ilyen, csak ugye itt mindenben az érdekes, hogy itt tényleg több tucatnyi tűzoltó veszíti életét évente.
Good.
Itt tényleg a rendőröket lövik, mindenkit lőnek, ezeket is használják évente sokszor.
Yeah, we do the horn.
Hát, kemény. So how big is the San Diego Fire Department?
We have 49 stations from San Isidro all the way to Rancho Peñasquitos, a little bit further.
And 3 specials.
And we have fire engines, fire trucks, brush rigs, because here in California we have a lot of mountains also. So they have those specialty rigs that travel all over the place.
And you are on the airport and got one highway.
Yes,
department.
they do everything. So city, all community, the airport also, and they also do freeways and all that good stuff.
I just read that you have 130,000 calls per year.
Yes.
Is it true?
Yes, very true. Well, San Diego is a big community. It's a big city.
And how many trucks and fire trucks and fire engines?
That I don't know. So you're looking at 49 stations, and most stations have a truck, a fire engine, and a brush rig. So but we also have reserves. So if one of the trucks breaks down, they take a reserve. So that's why some of the ones that are in the station, they have the number on them.
All right.
The ones that are reserved have that number on it, 927 or 903.
And that's a paramedic?
So yes, well, so here's how it works. You have 4 people in the apparatus. You have the engineer who drives. You have the captain who's looking at the address and where they're going, left, right, up the hill, down the hill,
Right.
and doing their horns and all that. And then you have a firefighter, 2 firefighters in the back, and one of them is a paramedic.
One of them is a paramedic.
paramedic.
From the 2, one of them is a
Yes,
paramedic.
and sometimes both of them are paramedics.
So only four people on the
4
crew.
people, yes, in on the crew. So the truck has 4 people, and the fire engine has 4 people.
What's the difference? You need to explain
So
our
this
viewers
is-
the difference between the fire truck and the fire engine.
Okay, so this is a fire engine, just an engine with a pump that shoots water out and everything.
It's got 500 gallons of water or
Of
foam.
water, yes, and they have their hoses and everything right here. Have their hoses, so when they get to the scene, they pull them off.
Yep.
They have, we'll open up some of the compartments, more hoses here. They have a lot of these are empty right now because they're in another truck. So they have their breathing equipment here, their tanks, if they have to go to fires and all that. So they chainsaws, axes, and all that good stuff. They have a lot of special equipment, all their valves and everything, the nozzles and all that they work with all day long. And the truck, they have a ladder, a big 100.
Every truck has a ladder?
Yeah, every truck has a ladder.
So
So that's the difference between the fire
105
engine,
feet long. don't you?
105 feet long. And
I was prepared, man.
if you're prepared, I'll lift it up and you can go up.
No. I was once. I never want to
Never
go back
again.
again.
Yes,
I just
yes.
saw the ladder is like
Yes,
this.
yes,
Oh
yes.
my God, I want to go
Yeah.
down.
So these are all our gauges right here that we, the firemen, when they get to a
How
fire
many pumps
scene,
you got? This is a fire truck.
This is a pump.
This
is
is a
a fire
pump.
engine.
This is an
Yeah,
engine.
this is considered a fire engine or a pumper.
Pumper.
And the trucks, they only shoot water through the nozzle of the ladder.
Yep.
That's it. So it goes up, shoots water. So a fire engine gets there, takes all the hoses, hooks it up to the truck. They lift the ladder up and they shoot water from up on
And
top.
you need those 500 gallons just
Yes.
to came immediately to
And
action.
Yes, and then while
Then you-
they're doing that, they're hooking all that up. The engineer is also looking for a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
That's why they have the hoses to hook up to a fire hydrant, so they have water, constant water.
What happens if somebody's parking on a fire hydrant?
They break windows, they go through the car, everything.
Without
They
any
have
problem.
to. It's an emergency and an emergency.
And
Yeah.
he's gonna be punished after that or
Yeah,
charged.
yeah. So like I said, these are our all of our gauges. So you have your discharge. They can hook up here. There's an inlet. They hook up here. They open this up. Water goes in there, both sides. They can control it right here. How much pressure, pressure, intake pressure, and discharge and all that. They start opening valves, so water can shoot out and all that.
From both sides. You can do this from both
yes,
sides.
No, only from this side.
Only from
so your
this side.
engineer's here, and they're talking to him. Okay, I need more water over here. So they give him more water, more pressure, more everything. So the engineer's standing right here, and he's controlling all this. And the engineer's the guy who's driving.
All right. And what's the minimum time that you need to be on the fire on the place?
Well,
are there any?
No less than 5 minutes, I guess. It depends traffic. If somebody breaks down, how to get there. I may call 911, says this is my address, and you're like, okay, I know where I'm going, and all of a sudden it's the next street over. So it depends on a lot of stuff.
What happens when a fire engine or a fire truck goes through traffic? Are they allowed to push cars aside and so on?
No. So we have the military bases right down the street.
It sounds like a fighter jet.
Yes. So I think they're F-18s. So there'll be 3 of them that go by.
3 of them. I don't forget me.
Yeah, there'll be 3 of them that go by. So like I said, we have a military base, and either 2 or 3 go by, but most likely there'll be 1 more coming through.
So are they allowed to push cars aside with that big heavy bumper?
Well,
or?
they're not allowed to go. Okay, so before they used to go, go right through the intersection because they had their lights. But now, because the music is different, the laws are different, they have to slow down at a light, even though they have their opticons on, turning on green lights, everything. They still have to slow down because a lot of people aren't paying attention. They're just driving on their phones, and they do get into accidents because people are not paying attention.
They're not
and
paying
stuff. So they
attention.
have to slow down, look both ways, and then keep going.
But they got absolute, how can I say?
Yes, they have more access than everybody else. They can get through, we'll say if the freeway's closed, they go right through, the highway patrol brings them in, they can go through the sides.
So firefighters are highly respected people,
yes,
even
yes.
on the road with
everywhere,
the
everywhere.
engines.
Because you got to remember, if somebody that you know gets a heart attack, you want the fire department there in 1 minute or in an hour. You want them there now.
Yeah.
So these guys, as soon as they get the call at the station, they have to move. Let's get in the truck, put on their gear, and go, 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 go. And you know, so that's their job. That's why we have to maintain the brakes. We have to maintain the engines.
You
everything.
maintain only the car, the chassis, or everything?
Everything. We do
the pumps and
we
the other
do
stuff.
This, lights, handles, pumps. We do a little bit of everything. Fermin, you do me a favor
look
when
at
you
it.
lift this up. So, you know, so as you can see, it's not like a regular car that you open the hood. to
Yeah,
get
we
to
know
the motor.
the whole cabin
Yeah,
moves.
so we have to tilt the cab to get access into the motor or the transmission or to any of the.
So
the
this
stuff
one is a Pierce.
Yes.
It's well known across America for its
Yes.
fire engines
Uh-huh.
as the KMEs.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
that the
so-
KMEs stands for Kovács Machinery Equipment.
Oh,
and
I
the
thought
Kovács.
we thought it said keep mechanics employed.
And the Kovács was a son of Hungarians who came here after the First World War.
Oh, really? The KMEs, huh?
The KMEs.
Oh,
And
wow.
he died in 2011 at the age of 85.
Oh,
He
wow.
and his brother founded the company after the Second World War from a normal workshop.
Wow, wow,
And
wow.
their parents were Hungarians.
That's-
That's how it connects.
Cool, cool, yeah,
And
that's
I
a
know
cool story.
one of the price of an engine like this is like $1 million.
Yes,
or like
yes,
that.
from 800 to about $1 million.
So it's an expensive thing.
So these are made in Appleton, Wisconsin. The main shop of Pierce is out in Appleton, Wisconsin, and about 2 or 3 times a year we get sent out there to Wisconsin. You know, we go out there
To
we
see
stay
what are the
for-
news and
Yeah,
other
so
things.
so when they're building them, we got to make sure they have the right tires for San Diego, the right suspension.
You need different
the-
tires for
yes.
San Diego.
Well, you know, but we want them all to look the same. Every rim, we want it to look the same. We want each
So it's
light.
easy to maintain and the
Yes,
logistics are
yes,
easier.
exactly. So we'll say if you're a firefighter and you call up, hey, we're having an issue. My left front, bolt is loose. I know what you're talking about. It's not
Okay.
like, oh, which one is it? Is it,
Okay.
I don't remember which one it is. So we want to keep them all uniform, the same, like that.
It's much more cheaper and easier to maintain.
Yes, and like that, all the firefighters, the engineers, they recognize it. They know what they're looking for. They're familiar with their trucks or their engines.
How heavy are these trucks?
Ooh, that I couldn't tell you. I'd have to look at the specs of what they are.
Because I
and stuff
saw
like that.
it's
Yes.
a lot of iron and
a
a lot of big
iron,
things.
a lot of extra, and you got to remember their weight that they have, their gears, their tanks, the water, extra hoses, extra stuff they put in there. So they're very, very, very
But
heavy.
you need a powerful engine.
But
to move.
yes, it's a great engine. The DD13 is a great engine.
It's a
We're
Detroit
really-
diesel engine?
Yes, Detroit diesel. And this is what we work on all day long. Like I say, we do the water pumps, power steering, batteries,
What's the
hydraulics.
displacement and power of an engine like
everything,
this?
everything. I don't really know. A lot of the specs they're in there because they change around a lot. But we'll go on a little test drive so you can feel the power on them.
All
And so,
right.
yeah, we'll take all of you and we'll hit the lights, the sirens, and we'll do all that fun stuff.
What's the hardest part to maintain on these?
The hardest part,
What gives you the most work?
going in there, because if I need to get to
The
the,
high
power
pressure
steering
things,
pump,
or-
there's the power steering pumps over here and the starter is over here, but on that side, so you can't stick your hands in there. You got to take this off, move this, go through the bottom, go through everywhere. So sometimes you got to maneuver your hands, and sometimes they get stuck. You're like, because of the frame.
Yeah.
And then if you can see, they put all the hoses, wires on the side, so we have to move all that stuff. So it's just a lot of time consuming.
So this is the gearbox.
Yes, and that's all your pump stuff right there, all your water pumps and all that.
Are they
your water
four-wheel
flow.
drive or these are only rear-wheel
Rear-wheel drives, yes.
Do you have four-wheel drive trucks also?
No, we don't. Well, actually, there's these right here. These are the brush rigs. The
Brush?
ones- yeah, brush. These are the ones that go into the mountains.
All right.
Because
Those are smaller
California-
and lighter?
Yes, it's smaller and lighter. So these are the guys, they have a nozzle in the front. They have all that so they can hook up, shoot water. The fireman can walk on the side with that, shooting water for the small stuff. So, but these are the ones that are four-wheel drive.
How many years these cars serve here? If you maintain them properly, what was the lifespan of a
They
fire
say
truck?
on one of these, I think they say it's 9 years.
Only 9
Oh,
years?
no, 9 years, because they want to upgrade them.
And what do you do after with them? Where
They sell them they go on auction. I know Tijuana, which you guys were there yesterday, they buy some of them. Other places just buy them, museums buy them, you know. So movie.
We always saw these and they're so good looking with all those chrome things.
Oh yes,
and
you have all the. Actually, and we're really proud of our units because they have a lot of chrome and everything. You know,
they look like custom things.
Yes, really nice custom work.
What's that? That's a siren?
That's a siren. Yeah, this is our siren. So,
and those inlets?
And those are just horns. Right
Horns.
Here.
Those are horns.
Yeah. So when the captain or the engineer steps on it, you hear really loud and stuff like that.
So it's an expensive thing.
Yes, very expensive, and it's a very critical unit. Like I say, you know, we want when the fire department gets the phone call, we want them to know that when they get in there and turn it on, it's gonna turn on it's gonna go. Not like like what happened and it's not working. Come on, guys, you know. No, we take pride in our work. We make sure these before they leave, we try to get it 100% so they can.
Are the fire department satisfied with your work?
From what we hear, yes. They always give us a thumbs up when they get here. Say, hey guys, thank you very much for everything you do.
Oh, so they thank you.
Stuff. Yes, they thank us all the time. Sometimes they buy us donuts, sodas. They even did a big party for us one time, which was
because
really
they know if you don't do your job good, they're going nowhere.
Yes, exactly. So if they get a call, they will not be able to respond.
So you save lives.
So we're part of a big umbrella. But I mean, will you do me a favor, drop it down? And so we can turn on the lights and
I know that your buddy.
Yes, my buddy.
Carmen?
Yes, Fermin.
Hey, Fermin has also some lowriders.
Yes, he's all into lowriders.
You showed it to the camera. That's it. Everybody's a lowrider guy. How many years you working those?
I've been here with the city of San Diego with the fire department for 12 years now.
12 years.
12 years. So not very much, but you know, I guess.
Are these things reliable? How many miles they drove a year?
It's hard to tell because you got to remember they're stop and go.
All right.
They go to an accident, they come back, relax, whatever, and they get another call. They
go full throttle.
Yeah, they go full throttle. So they don't really say, oh, we've done 1,000 miles in 1 year, but they can do 200.
But that's a different 1,000 miles.
Yes. So so it changes. So let me, I'll turn on the light for you guys.
És itt dolgozik. Nézd meg, hogy az éjfél.
So there's our lights right there.
Oh.
So here, when
Come on, Benz. You need to see this.
So when the engineer gets in the truck, he turns it on, everything. He hits his ignition. It's ready to be turned on. They hit their lights over here, so everything can turn on, and they get going. And they'll blow their horn. Cover your ears.
All right. Cover.
So, so that's what they do.
I want that.
When they're going, they're blowing their horn, making sure everybody knows. The captain has this horn, has it over there, and they also have this switch right here. So that's what the engineer is doing as he's driving. He's hitting it.
The radio is still on.
Oh yeah. Well, when you turn on the ignition, the radio comes on, and you can hear all the calls from all the stations. Station 29. I got to go to the border. Station 33. Got to go to the wild animal park. You got to go here. You got to go there. So every station, once they get the call, they're. So right now they're calling the helicopter.
Oh, the copter one and copter two.
Yes.
You got 2 helicopters.
Yes, we have 2 helicopters, and they also, have them. So they go to Montgomery Field or wherever they got to go on a call.
So there's a lot of equipment inside.
Yes. So right now,
buttons and switches.
Yes, there's a lot of buttons. A little bit of everything. These are all the lights. They're alley lights on the side, alley lights on that side. So the garage door openers, everything's in here. So the guy's driving, he can control everything right here. He has the screen right here, he can control and all that. And as he's driving, they have a headset, their headsets, and they're talking constant with the captain. Make a left, you know, make a right, you know, here's where you're going. I'm gonna see if one of my friends, he's a captain at one of the stations right down here. Maybe you guys can go over there and talk to some of the firemen.
It could be great.
You know, yes. So that I'll call him right now and see if he's there. I'll see if one of the guys is there. Maybe you guys can go out there.
Perfect.
And stuff. And like that you can talk to some of the firemen and stuff. And like I say, I'll take you guys on a ride right now. Here's where the two firefighters sit in the back. So they have their gear right here. They get in. You know, their seats are come down.
You got a lot of place.
Yes, yes. So you know, they put their tanks, their uniforms, their axes, a little bit of everything in here.
We should climb in.
Yes, go ahead, climb in. Go ahead and go in there.
Öcsém! Azért ez milyen, hogy majdnem fel tudok állni benne? Szóval rengeteg...
Öltözködni is kell.
Öltözködni is kell, rengeteg helyünk van. És nincs büdös. Tök kellemes.
Itt a hely.
Igen. És hatalmas nagy a kabin. All right, so now we fire up the engine.
Yes, here we go. Put on your seat belts.
Whoa,
If you don't put on your seat belts, the alarms are going to be going off.
Just a sec.
Just a minute, please.
You enjoyed this.
Oh man, I love my
You
job.
like these big trucks?
I love them.
Okay, megvan,
Solo 5 minutes, solo 10 minutes.
Töki. Igazi amerikai tűzoltóautóval mikor mentél? Ha kérdezik.
Ha kérdezik,
Akkor
nem,
ha nem, akkor nem.
Akkor nem mondjuk meg.
Így. Ha kérdezik, akkor igen.
Figyelj, ez a videós nagy vigyorok.
Oh man, this is felt like you're moving a whole, I don't know, mountain, you know?
There you go.
Oh my god, this is
So here's
I want that in my car. Ezt észrevennék a Hungárián, amikor eléd kolbászol a néni vasárnap délben a Swift-tel.
De te nem vennél észre a nénit,
Nem.
mert egy hegyet vezetsz.
And you can go outside normally, you as a mechanic can go outside with the truck.
yes, yeah, but I can't do the lights. Well, we're not supposed to do the lights or the sirens because then we'll move the whole traffic. We'll mess up the traffic lights and all that good stuff. So.
Baszki azért lép.
Hogy viccelsz? Muszáj neki, ha baj van, akkor oda kell lépni.
Ott mi az a...
What are you doing with your hand?
This is a Telma. It's like a brake device.
All
So
right.
instead of using my brakes, I'm using magnets that are on the differential.
It's
And
like a
and
retarder or something like that?
Exactly.
A retardert kapcsolgatja.
San Diego, tűzoltóautó.
Ennyi.
Óriási!
Mi van? Tudod, mint a gyerekek, nem? We are like kids, you know? It's, come on! I just see that everything's inside is made from steel. No plastic.
Right.
This thing must be heavy.
Yes, they're heavy. You can feel it, but you can feel the torque with
Yeah.
of the turbo and all that. So when they're driving, like I said, they're like. So they're going. So this is your first time in a fire engine?
In an American one, yes.
Yes. Is Garcia okay back there?
Yeah, he's okay.
He's a little quiet. He's a little quiet.
I have no words because
Is he enjoying the day?
yeah, the whole trip, you know, the whole, big, red, beautiful fire truck, you know. Oh my God.
Itt van egy kis műbőrborítás. Ide fel tudsz akasztani szintén valami. It looks like it's so easy to operate when you do that.
Yeah. Well, you get used to it, you know.
Just turn the wheel.
And their steering is really, really good. You know, it's not
easy?
hard or not. That's really easy.
You don't get tired till you get there.
No. Well, you got to remember, every call they get is about 5 to 10 minutes away. So, and then when they get the call, they have that adrenaline. Let's go,
Yeah.
let's go, let's go. So they're not thinking of nothing but getting there to where they're going on the scene.
Oh, and this is a KME.
That's a KME right there.
Ez itt egy KME, látod?
Engine 201 Medicaid team, medical 877 on that route, 101 West U Street, cross engine
Muchas
5
gracias.
truck 1.
Oh.
Muchas gracias.
Alpha 8 Bravo at the
That
Lake
was the break.
San Diego Bayside, 1355 North Harbor Drive, cross of West Ash Street for engine 5 truck 1, 8 Alpha 8 Bravo.
Hát így, és most nézzük meg, hogy hogyan dolgoznak,
So just be
meg hogyan
careful when you
élnek.
get off because they're really high.
Alright.
Alright.
Nézzük meg, hogy hogyan élnek és hogyan dolgoznak a tűzoltók, most, hogy már javító műhelyben voltunk. Move!
Támogatónk az MKB Euroleasing. Számolhat velünk.
A műsort és a megfázás elleni harcot támogatja a Medisztus antivírus lágypasztilla.
A műsor támogatója az Akciák Kft. Mezőgazdasági és építőipari szolgáltatások szívvel, lélekkel. A műsor támogatója a Perizsia Consulting Kft. A műsor támogatója a Petronas motorolajok kiemelt forgalmazója, az olajshop.hu.
Átjöttünk ide a 14-es körzetbe a javító üzemtől, és hát nem kellett sokat dumálni ahhoz, hogy Lee kapitány fogadjon minket. Ő itt van mellettem, és most körbevezet minket azon, ha itt egy működő és lélegző tűzoltó egyesületnél, vagy hát ennél a körzeti, nem is tudom, kirendeltségnél. So, Captain Lee, nice to meet you.
You too.
So, this is the 14th district, or how you call
Fire
it?
Station 14 in
Fire
North
Station.
Park. It serves San Diego. We call this the mid-city of San Diego. And we're about 5 miles from downtown where the high-rises are and everything.
I heard that you're quite busy. This fire station is quite busy because it's nearby the highway and nearby the city center. How many calls you got for a month or for a year?
So for a year, I don't have those stats available, but on a daily basis, we run about 10 to 13 calls a day on average. And we have ran as many as 17 a day, and that's in a 24-hour period. So, and that includes waking up in the nighttime a couple times. So that's about our average, 10 to 13.
How many years do you serving as a fireman or firefighter?
I'm sorry, say again?
How many years do you
Oh,
serve?
me? I've been a firefighter for 21 years now.
It's a family tradition, or?
Not for me, but we do have, well, my brother is on the job. He's younger than me as well, but so it is a family tradition for us. I forgot about him. But we do have a lot of guys and gals on this job that their fathers or their uncles were on the job as well. So it is very traditional, family-oriented. Overall in America, yes.
All right. And how do you get yourself prepared for the job? You need to be trained. You need to have good condition. What do you do for yourself?
Yes. So we have physical conditioning and mental conditioning is a big thing, but mostly just being fit for the job, like you said. And the only thing you need to be a firefighter here is you just need a license and a high school graduation.
All right.
But that's all that's required. But it is quite competitive, so a lot of people get more and more, whether you become, and an emergency medical technician as well. But a lot of people go to paramedic school, and that helps them get in quicker. But education's a big thing too. We have community colleges that you can go get a degree in fire technology, but mostly you can just take classes to expose you to the fire service to see if it's something you're interested in.
Are firefighters also affected by the PTSD syndrome, or yeah, they are?
Yes, we are.
How do you deal with that after?
So, for instance, if we have a call or an incident, so if you're familiar with PTSD, over time, those things can build up. As a whole, firefighters anywhere in the world are sleep deprived. Okay, so we're lack of sleep. Sometimes we see things that aren't quite pleasant.
My father's a doctor, I know a lot about that.
Yeah, and you see that over time. And when you're first new on the job, you know, you're young and you want to get in there, you want to see and do everything. But then when you get a couple years on, or 15 years, and me now at 21, I don't really care to see that stuff. I've seen it already. It is my job. If I have to see it, I will deal with it.
You need to do your job.
Yes, but I won't like go out of my way to see something that's not appropriate. But yeah, you deal with it and you talk amongst your crew members. There's 4 of us on this apparatus on every single day. And then we have resources available to us if we need additional help. And one of the big things that the fire service is really adopted within the last 5 years is behavior wellness, and that's taking care of your mental status. And we have,
so they start to take it seriously.
Yeah, oh yeah, very seriously. And you know, the fire service as a whole, we have a high number in America, and especially in our region, there's a high number of suicides, and they think it's due to PTSD. So we are, we call it a community of fire departments and fire personnel in this country. We're addressing that and trying to get ahead of it to prevent it. So that is a big deal for us. It's a new challenge. I think it's always been there, but it's increasing.
It's increasing.
Yeah, it's increasing. Yeah.
So can you show us your equipment, just what you take with yourself, and what's it good for?
Okay, so if I were to go to a fire right now, this is my seat where the captain sits. So I keep all my protective gear in the ready. So these are my bunker pants, or turnout pants we call them. So I'll get in these.
Yeah,
do you want me to put them on?
I know you can.
Yeah. And then, so then I have the rest of my stuff on here. I keep my jacket, my turnout coat, and my helmet's right here.
Those are absolute fireproof?
They're fire resistant up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So what that means is we can go inside a structure, and as you know, hot air rises.
Yep.
So we get down low and crawl down low on the ground if it's a big fire, and then we can put it out with our hose lines. And then we can only sustain being inside up to 500 degrees for a very short time.
Yeah, one time I was walking through a fire tunnel when we're shooting our TV show in an asbestos thing, you know, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
And it has just a small hole, and it burns my flesh.
Mm-hmm.
And you can touch it because it was so hot.
Sure.
And that's your
This is our helmet.
What's special about this helmet?
So these helmets are designed, if you look at them, this is an old design of how helmets were designed back in the the old days, and they've maintained this traditional look. So what happens is when the water, it used to be, so we wear these special hoods, right? In the old days, they didn't have these hoods to protect their ears and everything. So when steam would fall down from the ceilings from putting the fire out with the water, it would fall down on their heads. So if you can see, the water runs down the helmet and then over the back, right off the back, so it doesn't come down inside. But so this is a traditional helmet design.
And it says captain.
It says captain.
You are the captain.
Yeah, and then you wear this over your head to protect your ears and your neck and everything. And then there's multiple layers. We have 3 layers on our turnouts.
Oh, the engine's coming in.
So yeah, the engine's coming in if you want to come out. He's going to park right here. So engine 14 just came back from a medical call.
Medical call?
Yeah, not far away.
So why do they call you? Why don't they call the paramedics?
No, we are, well, so I'll explain that. So
I know one guy is a paramedic.
We have one paramedic on the, we call them apparatuses or rigs. One paramedic always on each rig. And sometimes we have multiples because as we promote up through the ranks, I could be a paramedic, or he could be a paramedic as a driver.
Hi guys.
And so sometimes we can have multiple paramedics on the apparatus, but we always have one.
All right.
And that's how we serve the community we live in, and it's pretty. That's pretty much how it is in this region of the United States, in the western region. Some cities just have EMTs, but we have paramedics on everything, and then our ambulances have paramedics.
Oh yeah.
So how that works is when this fire engine goes to a medical call, if the patient requires what we call an advanced life support. So
you call the ambulance.
We both go.
Both go.
Yeah, and we can start doing what we call advanced life support. Whether, let's say it's a CPR, personal unconscious breathing. Yeah, we can start utilizing doing CPR on them.
Yeah.
We all can do that, but we can start using pre-hospital drugs.
All right.
Okay, to help them, atropine, I'm not a paramedic, but all the drugs we use in our protocols to save that person's life, to get their heart going. And so we can start doing that, and then the ambulance gets there, and we put him in the ambulance.
You just stabilize his status?
Yes.
And then put him... So you're the first to arrive?
Mostly. Often, yes, because there are more fire stations and fire engines like this in the city at one given time, strategically placed in districts.
It's 49 of them.
Yes, and then there's only so many on a given day. Maybe right now, maybe 20 ambulances available that rotate all around the city. Right. And when they take a patient to the hospital,
How big is the area that you must cover?
So the city of San Diego is 395 square miles, and we run all the way to North County, along the ocean to Oceanside, Carlsbad, Encinitas area, and then we run down to the border, and we border the U.S.-Mexican border down in San Ysidro.
But continue with your equipment. You didn't show us your axe.
That's my axe right there.
That's a real deal.
That's my axe. This is a personal axe I have, and so we just put it on after I get dressed up. We're going to a fire. I just put my axe on right here around my waist, and
so I think it's a multiple tool.
It is a multiple tool. It has.
Can you open it?
Yeah.
Or it's a bad idea to show it.
It's okay. This one's a little.
That's a nice piece.
Yeah. So this is called a Fire Axe Inc. So this is the pick of it, and it's 6 pounds.
Can I
6 pounds. Yeah.
So you use this.
So this is a pick we can use to force doors with, and it's a tool, so it can be used for anything. But yeah, we can force doors, we can cut. It's not very sharp.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in quite some time, as you can see.
Yeah.
But the captain, they don't let the captain do much work around here. They do it all for me, and you have to jump in and get in when the guys aren't looking. So
that's your personal thing.
That's my personal axe.
Every equipment is your personal equipment. You got the name tag on it?
Yes, we have our names. So there's my name there. That's my last name. And so we all have these names that are removable. This gear is issued to me. So I actually don't own it. The city owns it, and it's issued to you. So when you retire
you can take
you promote, you have to buy this. So my previous 2 helmets I bought off the city because I wanted to keep them for my wall. But yeah, we give all this back, and if we need new stuff, we just get new stuff as it's needed. The city takes care of that for us.
You said you're a firefighter for 20 years now? More than
21.
21 years. I'm sure you've been involved in a lot of action and a lot of things, but can you tell me which one has the biggest influence on you, and which one do you remember the most? I know those memories are not good always.
There aren't good memories. There are lots of great memories, and there are some not so good. And I would say, if to reflect on the PTSD hole, I think a lot of us, and especially myself, we don't like to remember the calls that involve children.
Oh.
That's for me, and if you're a parent, and I am, those are the ones that are the hardest to
said
handle.
The same as the guys in Hungary who was working as a firefighter.
And I think that's universal anywhere around the world, because if an old person's going to pass on and it's their time, it's their time, and we do the most for them. But when it's a child, that one's hard to process. So I don't really like to talk about particular incidences,
Okay,
but
okay.
in general, those are the worst for me. And I have some of those that I recall, right?
All right.
So, yeah.
All right.
So
let's go take a look around the station,
okay.
if you can
Let's
show
see
us.
what the guys are doing. I think they're eating.
All right.
So Fire Station 14 is it's a very traditional station. We got some really cool pictures on the wall here. In
1914.
Yeah, in 2017 we celebrated our 100th year.
100th
not
year?
in this building though, but there's a picture of the old building here.
That was it.
This was the original.
It was a bell in there?
This was the first one. This was a hose tower. That's where we'd hang the hose to dry.
Okay.
This was the first one, and then this was the second station, and I'm not sure what time when they built the second one. And now we're standing in the third one. And this one, I think, 1996.
So what happens when an emergency call comes in?
So when the emergency call comes in, we have speakers here, and we have, I have my phone, so I can get the dispatch information on my phone, and with the address and the radio channels. We have speakers throughout the station, and the speakers go off and tell us the same thing that the phone does. It's a computer voice that tells us what the call is. We have timers that make sure that we are watching the time. So
how many times you got to get ready to get on board?
So we need to be out of the station with under 2 minutes. That's what they want us. So that would be like sleeping at night in our bed. We got to hurry up and get out. Now, obviously, during the day, if we got a call right now, we'd be out in less than a minute because
less than a minute.
Well, yeah, we could, dressed like this, if it's a medical call. If it's a fire, it'll take about maybe 40 seconds, maybe 30 seconds more. But at night, it takes time. You got to get out of bed. You got to come downstairs and jump on the rig. We have a pole. We have a fire pole.
Let's do that. Let's see it.
You want to see the fire pole?
You still use it?
We do use it.
Or it's only a tradition right now?
It is a traditional item. I would say maybe half the guys use this at night, but the problem is when you're sleepy and you wake up out of your bed and you're trying to find your way down, sometimes this isn't always the best thing because you
can hurt yourself.
Yeah, you could hurt yourself. You could. This is only a second story, so it's not that high. I prefer to use the stairs. It's just how I hold the rail as I come down, and that's all. That's what I like.
This is your restroom?
So this is where, so it's lunch hour right now. And this is where, here's the guys eating lunch.
Sorry for that. We don't want to bother you with that.
So it's lunchtime, and then this is what we call we call this the Bullpen. And it's where we relax. It's our living room. And this is where we can relax.
You spend more time here than at your home.
Oh, no. But we spend time, like during our lunch hour, we can sit in the chairs, take a break. And then our working hours are from 8 to 5.
From 8 to 5?
Yeah, so
and
after 5 p.m., well, no, those are our normal working. We came to work today at 8 a.m., and we'll go home tomorrow at 8 a.m.
All right.
We work 24-hour shifts.
24 hours.
Yeah, so at 5 o'clock tonight, that's when working hours are over, and that's like your personal time. You can do it. You can relax, do what you like. We watch movies together. We play cards together sometimes.
I see some serious equipment over there.
Yeah, that's pretty serious. That's that thing is it's called the sheet storm. It has a roll of toilet paper on there, and you can shoot the water gun, and the toilet paper will stick to them at the same time. But and that is yeah, we're allowed to have that. Yeah, so it's just a toy. But yeah, this is, and we have some traditional things like an old fire alarm box that's really old. We have pictures, and so we have a lot of pride here at Fire Station 14. We serve the community of North Park. So we like
that's your
to display
kitchen over there, I just saw.
Yeah, kitchen over there, and we have a lot of refrigerators here. There's 3 crews or 3 divisions that work here, A, B, and C. We each have our own refrigerator.
All right. And they're here in shifts.
Yeah, so today we're C, and tomorrow is A, and the B shift guys are at home on days off.
Okay.
So they go
after
home
a shift, you get a day off.
After, yeah,
a 24-hour shift, you get a day off.
After a 24-hour shift, you get 24 hours off.
All right.
And you just kind of flip-flop days.
But if it's an emergency, they call you up, everybody, or if it's some serious
If it's
trouble?
something serious, something big, like our fires in 03 and 07, they did what they call a callback. And all the members have to report to the stations, get their gear, and then meet in the designated area and staff up a bunch of the
Where do
extra
you sleep, or where do you hang on? Upstairs?
We're upstairs. I can show you that. So traditionally in the fire station, you know, this station is a two-story station.
Yeah, it's a traditional building, or every station is similar, or there are some bigger and smaller?
There's bigger, there's smaller, but what I was going to say, traditionally in the fire station, we get our own rooms. So, like my room's down here.
Oh, got to see some guitars over there, man.
Yeah, so that's our little hobby room. So guys go in there and relax, and we have video games if you want to play in there.
Right.
And we pay for all that stuff. All that stuff was paid for by us.
It looks comfortable.
Yeah, and then, so this is the captain's. On our department, we have a room with our own computer. My partner captain that's his room, and over there. So
everybody's got his own room, or they share one room?
In this fire station, we all have our own.
All right.
And when I first came on the job, we used to have some stations that had just partitions, like curtains you would close. But we've come around now, and everybody has their own rooms now. So, yeah, so this is like my home away. I spend a third of my life in this bed. That's my bed. So my wife's okay with that.
She's okay with that?
She's okay with that.
How many times you've been lucky in your service?
Lucky.
How many times you have luck? But you said, you came home and said, oh man, I got luck today.
I know for sure.
Did you get hurt?
Two times. Two times? Well, 2-3 times I felt lucky, and definitely 3 times I got scared. So
you got scared?
I got scared, yeah. And that's not a bad thing. It happened. And but you learn from those experiences. And one of the times it was kind of out of my control. I almost got attacked by a pit bull. Actually, I was getting attacked by a pit bull, and the owner.
What are you doing?
I was at a house fire, and I was going around the corner to secure the electrical, and I walked around the corner where the electrical box is on the ground floor, and I saw 2 eyes running at me, and I just heard growling, and I knew it was a dog.
From the dark?
Yep. And I was getting ready to do something, I don't know, protect myself. I had some tools in my hand. I don't know what I was going to do, and the owner stepped right out of the door from his garage right in front of us and grabbed his dog just in time. And yeah, so yeah, I was scared.
So Captain Lee, thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Thank you that
you're welcome.
You run us like this. So this was Captain Lee. This was the 14th Fire Department. Did I say it right?
Fire Station 14.
Fire Station 14. I hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.
Thanks.
Thank you again.
Yeah, you're welcome. That was fun.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, cool.
Ha tetszett a videó, nyomj egy lájkot és iratkozz fel, hogy ne maradj le semmiről. Ha pedig valami menő speedzone-os cucc kell, akkor irány a webshop.